What's up, YouTube? We are back. It's been a while, obviously. We've been grinding. If you're following us on Instagram or Facebook or you follow the newsletter, you've kind of seen what's going on, but I want to give you a little tour around the app today. So let's get rocking and rolling here. First things first, you're going to be putting rounds in. That's how we're going to get all your stats. So you go in, start a new round, you're able to search for courses. So let's say you wanted to play something in Columbus. I'm going to Muirfield Village Country Club. Oh, Country Club? Yeah, the one across the street. I'm playing all the way back. You can go in, you can change the holes if there's maybe local course knowledge, not necessarily something you might need to do. And we're in there. Now we're putting in stats. You can change the par, you can change the putts. We wanted to make sure that you were able to put in all the stats that you need in as few clicks as possible. So you can add a stroke as we're down here, you can add a putt, and then you can move on to the next hole. So that's inputting. Now, if you want to say take a look at one of those past rounds, easy enough. We can go in here and we can take a look at those stats from that past round. So we can see how bad I played just a few weeks ago. You can see the fairways. You can kind of get a general overview of your stats from that round all the way down to those strokes gained. We're going to get there in a second. We come back. Now we take a look at our overall statistics. And this is what we're about to see is our practice plans. This is where those practice plans pull from. So you can see my overall approach versus a scratch baseline there at the top. Now, there's different baselines that you're going to be working off of based on your handicap, and that's how we're going to be building the practice plans. So you can see right off the bat, approach and putting is rough, right? We jump in there, we can see some more stats in depth. And if I really want to take a look at how bad my approach was, I can go in and I can take a look at where I was really losing or really gaining. And you can do that in every single category right now. Keep in mind, this is going to change a lot. And come January, we're going to be doing beta testing with a group of 100 as opposed to alpha testing that we're doing right now with a group of 10. And then I'll be launching sometime later in the spring, closer to the Masters. All right. You've put it around, you've seen your stats. What the heck do you do now? I know what I suck at, but how do I actually get better? Well, now we're going to be generating our first training program. So I get an overview of, okay, my biggest weakness is approach. So, oh boy, what am I going to be doing? Generating a program. Okay, man, how much time do I have? Well, it's the off season, so I can only go to a simulator. Okay, and I'm going to get 45 minutes of good work in with booking it for an hour. So I'm going twice. All right, so what do I got? For me right now, I've got a net and a launch monitor that I get to go to, and I've got a little 10-foot putting space kind of right where you're sitting right now. Now, during the summer, month to month, this could change. So, in the summer, I'm going to have driving range access, or for some of you, you may have a net at home, but you don't have a launch monitor, and so you can choose that as well. Or there's going to be those people who, maybe don't get to the range at all, and they're just practicing on course. We wanted to accommodate for that as well. So I generate my program, takes just a few seconds, boom, I'm ready to rock and roll. I get into my program now, right? 4-week program so that you can progressively overload over those 4 weeks and see how much you're getting better. We wanted to build this around a similar prototype as maybe a lifting app where you're progressively trying to get better week over week, whether that's pushing yourself in how many reps you complete or pushing yourself in the quality of those reps. Kind of similar to weightlifting where we're either trying to go heavier or we're trying to go for more. So you can see here in these training drills, this is my first 45-minute session of the week. I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek here. Off the tee, we're jumping in there, and there's a big algorithm that we worked on really hard behind the scenes that's building these out so that it stays within your time window, within your facilities window, and it works on the things that are actually going to help you get better. Because if you suck at chipping and it's the off season, well, it doesn't do you a whole lot of good to go work a bunch on chipping when that's not going to move the needle as much as improving, say, your approach play. So first drill here, we're simulating 18 tee shots as if we're playing around. We're selecting a fairway. As you can see on a simulator, you're going to be able to really see, okay, how wide is my fairway? Now, when we get out to the range, we're going to maybe be using Google Maps or some kind of other device to measure how wide our fairway needs to be and where that is. We're going to alternate between some clubs. Scoring, we're just recording the amount of fairways we hit. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to record the amount of fairways I hit. And then I'm going to mark it as complete. And I'm going to move on to my next drill. So there's the app in a nutshell. Obviously, we're going to be making a ton more improvements as we continue testing. Please sign up to be a beta tester because we are capping it at 100. We don't have the bandwidth for more than that. So hopefully you're ready to get out there and play some ready golf.